what's up, guys? It's DJ. Welcome back to GoHam Gear. Today, we have the Formal Pickle, the one and only Mr. 100K himself. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? It's good to be here.
How is everything your way? You just had 100K, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's been a long journey, but I'm glad to be here. You know, it's humbling, right? It's a cool experience.
Well, today we're gonna get to know the Formal Pickle a little bit, and we're gonna see what he has done to make himself successful, or at least aid himself in being successful, not only on YouTube, but in other things that you may not know about the Formal Pickle as well. So let's get right into it. Who is the Formal Pickle?
Well, my name is Jake. I have a bachelor's degree in film production. I grew up on a farm in Iowa, and my whole life, all I've ever wanted to do was make videos and tell stories. So I went to college to get that degree in film production, learned from a lot of industry professionals, and then came back to Iowa. When I came back, I started really going hard on YouTube, had a cool idea with a friend of mine you might know as the Rental Man Buck, and the rest is history. We're here now. It all worked out, and it's, you know, I don't know where to go from there. I mean, that's me.
He's the man. How long you been making YouTube videos?
That's a hard one. So if you ask most people, they would probably tell you a bit over a year and a half. But in reality, I've been doing this on multiple channels over the last 10 years. I've been working towards this for 10 years, since 2011. And I didn't see any success at all until just about a year and a half or year and 7 months ago. So it's been a long ride.
That definitely goes to show you don't give up. When you give up, you've completely gotten rid of any future you could have. He's a success story, baby. He's Formal Pickle. Come on. So with that success, how many subs do you have today when we're recording this?
Right now we're sitting somewhere over 100,000. I think 100,500 or so, somewhere around there.
That's insane. You just had 100 what, yesterday? Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yesterday? 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Something like that?
The weeks are long days. It's hard to keep track.
It's a good thing. That's a good thing. So now that we know the Formal Pickle, we need to find out what made him do what he's doing. So, Formal Pickle, what made you want to make videos of farm sim?
Well, I grew up on the farm. It's a special place in my heart, something that I've always loved. And I remember coming across Farm Sim 13 in the store and begging my grandma to buy it for me, and she did. And then I got in trouble for putting far too many hours on the game. So my love for Farm Sim started there, where most people, you know, were hype over the new Call of Duty coming out or whatever. I was hype over the new Farm Sim. And some people would always look at me a little weird, that were my friends, but it's just what I've always loved. And it's a great game. There's so many things you can do with it. It's really not just farm sim. It's almost just life sim. You can do so much more than farming. So there's a lot of creative ability when making videos. I think that's what I love most about it.
Yes, there are. We're actually friends with guys that use Farming Simulator as a platform to do all kinds of crazy stuff, not just farming. But farming's not the only thing that you do. You have a second channel. Tell us a little bit about that.
I do. I have a second channel. It originally was a time-lapse channel for Farm Sim, but I shifted its focus because I'm a creative person, and I love being able to just make videos in many different areas. So I'm constantly changing things up, and one of those was I really wanted to get into Minecraft. So I changed it over to Minecraft on the second channel. And that's really for two reasons. One, personally, like I said, I'm a creative person. It gives me the ability to step back, do something a little different, and then come back to Farm Sim with fresh eyes, which is huge and really important. And second, from a business standpoint, it provides an opportunity to improve longevity on YouTube as a platform. It allows me to potentially reach into a larger market than the one I'm currently in, so I can have a better chance of being on YouTube as long as I can, because this is what I love to do, and entertaining as many people as possible.
Heck yeah, man. Have you noticed the workflow with that versus making just farming simulator videos? Have you noticed yourself working twice as much, maybe less than twice as much, more, making twice the content? Have you found anything through there that may help anybody that wants to start a new channel?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is it's always going to add more to your plate. I mean, obviously, if you add another channel, you're going to be doing more of the work. But I think the real key there is to schedule out your days as much as you can. In the time slots that you have allowed, schedule that out and plan it out so you're most efficient. And when you do that, you'll notice inefficiencies. So really, it seems like it adds more work, but once you integrate it into your schedule, it becomes pretty streamlined and pretty normal.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I started doing that 2 weeks ago. The day I started this channel, I started scheduling, actually a week before, I started scheduling my days out. I've been watching this show on Netflix, the Designated Survivor? TV show about U.S. Capitol exploding and that kind of thing. And it's really cool because I remember watching it, and I noticed that everything like about that, and even the president in real life, everything about their life is scheduled out. And they're one of the most important people in the world. I was like, I have a lot of work to do too. Maybe I should do that. I was like, I need to get a secretary. I don't make enough money for that. All right, DJ, you got to make your own schedule. So I think that's extreme. That's awesome, man. Yeah, success right there. Success.
Yeah, the majority of the work, and this is something that I learned quickly, the majority of the work in what you do for making videos is in the pre-production. I mean, if you plan out appropriately, all you have to do when it comes time to actually produce that video or that content is do it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to like come up with these sudden like, oh no, what do I do? You have it planned out. The majority of your work is done. So it's a huge need if you're trying to be productive.
Yep. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I think that's it, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
There you go. So you, unlike myself, actually have a college degree. How do you use your degree in making videos?
Oh, I use it every day. In so many different ways. For one, I took a class specifically on how to build, grow, and maintain an online brand, specifically tailored to being an influencer. So that's a huge help. But more importantly, it's understanding story structure and just the efficiencies of production. How to go about it, how to plan, how to execute, how to edit. But I think the biggest thing is understanding your 3-act structure and story. Every video has a beginning, middle, and end. Every TV show, every movie. And that's the same for YouTube videos. There's always going to be an inciting incident, something at the very beginning that introduces what you're going to be doing that entire video. Then you're going to have a change of plans. Something's going to come up that's a slight inconvenience or whatever it may be, and you're going to have to alter your plans to reach your goals. Then there's a major setback. When something goes terribly wrong, someone opposes you, whatever it may be, and you have to overcome that challenge to find the resolution, which is towards the end of the video. Understanding that 3-act structure will make your videos feel like they're faster, even if they're not. It's going to feel like the story progresses, people aren't going to get bored as easy, and they're going to be engaged in your story. There's a reason TV and movies use that structure, so YouTubers should too.
With that, if you weren't making YouTube videos, if you weren't making videos for the internet, what would you be doing?
I would still be making videos, just not for myself, probably. Before I became a full-time YouTuber, I was a videographer, video editor for a company. It's what I did professionally. I have a lot of contacts in the film industry, and even as we speak, for the last few years, I've been helping various writers and film studios and directors on their projects that they're trying to pitch to these other studios to get made. Like, for example, I'm a director of photography on a project that I can't disclose to you at the moment, but it's in kind of the deliberation of who's going to pick it up and pay for the budget to get this thing produced and put on their platform. So I would be doing what I'm doing now. It's just now I'm doing more of it. I'm doing it for myself too.
That is really, really cool. So we know that you do make videos. We do know that you're extremely successful at it. What is your favorite thing about making videos for YouTube?
It's a plethora of things. There's plenty that I don't like as well, but what I do like is the storytelling, but that's not specific to YouTube necessarily. What I think I like about YouTube the most is it's designed, when you look at the platform in its most basic level, it is people who aren't professionals making content. It's about the individual. It's about the personality. It's about you. It's about the community. And it's that interaction between creator and community that I think is the most rewarding part of it. getting people to come into general chats and talk to you and hang out, people commenting on the videos, hanging out in live streams, all of that is the most rewarding part, because without the audience, you know, you'd just be some random person posting internet videos.
Which some of us still do that from time to time. We're like, oh, nobody watched it. That's just for me, isn't it? Oh, man. Well, with all of that, the ups and the downs of making videos, is there anything particular, one thing that you wish that you knew when you had 0 subscribers that you know now that you have 100,000 subscribers?
Yes. Find your why. Figure out what your value is. Figure out what you bring to the table. Because, look, we'll talk about Farming Sim specifically. In Farming Sim, the basic level of Farming Sim is, okay, we're going to go out and we're going to plant this field. You know how many channels plant fields in Farming Sim? Everybody. It's the game. So you have to figure out what you bring to the table that's different. You have to find something that the community doesn't realize they want yet. You have to find something that is lacking and improve upon it. And that's how you will accelerate yourself. Because when you do good work that people haven't seen somewhere else, they will come watch.
You have to do something different. And if you're not going to do it different, then if you're not going to be different, you have to do it differently.
Yes.
I know when I came in, you know, there were people that did news. There were people that did mod videos. And I was like, okay, I may not be able to do it better, but how can I do it different? What makes people want to watch me versus somebody else? And you have definitely found that, and have been extremely successful in multiple different series on Farming Simulator specifically, where, you know, you see something, you're like, oh, I got to know how he did that, or what's he up to here? Formal Pickle is the man when it comes to being able to do stuff like that. It's extremely impressive.
Oh, appreciate the kind words, DJ.
I got you, fam. You know I got you.
And you all know that the best place to go for your news is DJ.
What up? It's Farm Sim News, baby. Hashtag Farm Sim News. So, all right. So we've talked about who the Formal Pickle is, what makes you so successful, what makes you different, and the value proposition. So now that we're here, you're at an extremely big milestone in your career. What are the plans for the future of YouTube, maybe beyond? What is the future of the Formal Pickle?
Oh, man. That is a broad question. You know, you have short-term goals, mid-term, long-term. So to give just a brief overview, you know, one of them is 100K is an amazing number, one that I never thought that would reach. But now, let's shoot for 1 million. Okay, how are we going to get there? Well, it's innovating. Even after you've succeeded, you have to keep innovating and changing things. Otherwise, your content isn't going to be of par. You're not going to continue to push yourself and your content. So I've got a lot of ideas in the work. I'm working on a lot of video ideas that instead of taking 1 day to get this video done, maybe it takes a week, a month, whatever it may be. These really massive projects, those are some things that I'm working on right now. Additionally, the second channel, and I would love to, even outside of YouTube, just get into entertainment. I would love to do voiceover work and things like that somewhere down the road. It's something that I'd be very into. So I've always got so many things that I want to do, and it's trying to narrow it down to what can I do right now, and how can I get to the point where I can do the other ones later.
I love it, man. I love it. You talk about voiceover work, and you're actually using right now one of the more popular podcast and maybe even voiceover microphones. Using I was at the Rode Procaster, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Beautiful microphone. I'm using, probably if there was a microphone that's more popular in the scene, this one by a hair, the Shure SM7B. How has your gear purchases influenced how you make your videos, or has the way that you make videos influenced your gear purchases?
I would say the way I make videos influences the gear purchases, because you don't buy the gear to make the video. The video is of itself, it's the content. When you buy the gear, it's to assist you in making that video. It's to make the process easier, better, more quality, whatever it may be, but it's not the base of your content. So the Rode Procaster I bought specifically because for my voice, it complemented my voice more so than some of the other competitors. And I have a history of, for many, many years, I was a public address announcer at a lot of live events. rodeos, barrel racings, what have you. So I have a lot of experience talking behind a microphone, and that probably assisted me in making this decision. I knew the sound that I was looking for, but it's really just dependent on you. The gear you buy based off of you and your needs, not the other way around.
There you go. Is there one piece of gear that you would say has changed the way that you do content in a way that you didn't think it would?
One piece of gear would probably be, man, the GoXLR is probably the most pinnacle part of everything I have, dude.
You, me, and everybody else.
It is. I mean, you get so much with the GoXLR. You get the multi-channel recording. You get a very quality audio board. You get a very quality hardware.
You got a lot of, I believe Midas and or Behringer made a few of the parts in there as well, with TC Helicon killing it on that thing.
And then on top of that, you get the sound sampler, you get the voice changer, which we use a lot to play separate characters in videos. And on top of that, I used to use a software to try and route my audio to different tracks. And let me tell you, get the GoXLR if that's something that you're trying to do and if it's something you can afford, because I had nothing but headaches with said software. And my life has become a lot easier and a lot faster in producing content with the GoXLR.
If you guys are curious, you've got myself. I have two of them, as a matter of fact. You've got one. Clutch Simulations has one. I know a Trucker Matsy, who's on the show last week. He just purchased one. Actually, last night when we're recording this, he unboxed it live on his channel.
Nice.
There's got to be... Who am I missing here? There's got to be more people that...
Austin Farmer has one. King May has one. Pretty much almost everyone in my immediate network has a GoXLR.
Got to get what about Grant and Spencer? We got to get them to get one.
They don't have one, no. We'll see. We'll try.
I would love to hear a squad bot. I would die. So, we've had a great time today. This has been fun. What are your final thoughts? So, do you have one piece of advice that you would give someone who right now today sitting down watching this going, man, I want to do this. I want to do this. What is one piece of advice that you give them?
The most important piece of advice that I can give is your first probably 100 videos are going to suck. Just do them. Just do them. They're going to suck, but that's the only way you're going to learn, and you're going to realize how you can do it better and what you need to do it better. If you put it off and you say, man, if only I had this, if only I knew how to do this, if only I could get this, you're putting yourself into a tailspin. You're always going to say, what if? Just get to doing it, and you will figure it out as you go. They are not going to be the best videos in the beginning, and you're always going to continue to improve. Even if you get to that 100,000 subscriber mark, you are still going to be continuing to improve because you're going to notice imperfections in the content you produce and continue to strive to improve it.
You heard it right there from the man himself, Mr. Formal Pickle. Thank you so much for joining me today on the podcast.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. Make sure everyone subscribes to GoHam Gear, best YouTube channel on the planet.
Other than 4 or 5 other ones. But we won't talk about those today. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like and get subscribed to the channel. Go check out the Formal Pickle link below. Not only his first channel, but his second channel as well. Go give him a subscribe. Tell him DJ sent you. But at least for today, that is going to be it. Already did this part, didn't I? I did. Did I do that already? I think. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.